Welcome back to Tactical Pontoon. I know it's been a while, but it has been busy here in the Trigger Cave and in my world. So many triggers, many triggers have gone in and out since we made the last video, which I do not even remember what it was on. But you know, it's not because I don't like you. Maybe you. Not a big fan of you. Maybe you work on that. Um, it's because there's just been a lot going on. Ran into at the beginning of the month, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, a little bit of a trigger shoe shortage, but that quickly got knocked out. And huge shout out to Andy at Ranger Proof Swag. I mean, as soon as he was able to get the new shipment of triggers in, he was out there anodizing like crazy just to make sure that I was taken care of. Overnighted those things. So a huge shout out to Andy. He's always taking care of me and making sure that I can take care of you guys. Crazy colors, different combinations. I mean, you name it. So if you get a chance, just go check Ranger Proof out. They are all Ranger Proof swag, not Ranger Proof rifles. They're kind of the same company, but they're not. Go to Ranger Proof swag. That's where it's at. That's that's where to go. Anyways, they also have the fire trigger system, which is co-branded between myself and them, and it's really it's a good all-around option. You cannot go wrong with it. I do need to do a video on that because I do have a lot of people that ask me the difference between the Elite Marksman and the fire trigger system. For the most part, it's actually spelled out on the website, but if you have any questions, you could always there's a contact form on the website. Hit me up. I try to answer emails as quick as possible. It's just something I do. Even though I'm busy, I will take the time to answer email questions and make phone calls if necessary. So just hit me up there. Or hit me up down below. Instagram, that is always the place to find me. I know lately I have been a little bit lax with Instagram just because of how busy I am and got some good stuff going on. Really have some good stuff going on the trigger front. On the trigger front, I do have something new, which I've hinted at a few times in other videos about a prototype trigger system that I have. I've got a couple of them out there. There will be a couple others sent out to various people. I've had this design going on for a while now and in my own guns. So I really have not had an issue and I don't see it becoming a problem. But it's always good to prototype it to other people that might shoot a little bit different or handle their guns a little bit different or find a weakness or a flaw. So prototypes are out there. There are a few more that I'm going to be sending out. I can't send them out to everybody. I mean, reality is my time is limited and therefore my time is valuable. And as much as I would like to build a trigger for everybody to test out and try for free, I just don't see that as being possible. So if you ask and it's not feasible, don't take it personally. Once it gets past the prototype stage, I can assure you it will be worth it. So hold on, it's coming. Okay, that being said, we've got some other stuff, not exactly trigger related, coming out that I'm really not going to hint on yet. So just keep an eye out here, Instagram or the website. So join the newsletter on my website. You're definitely gonna get the latest and greatest information between there. Probably before you're gonna see it here. So I am rambling at this point. Got some other cool stuff going on. You may have seen this on Instagram. That would be my VP40 that was cut by J and L Machining Works. This guy just came out amazing. Kind of get the detail in there on this battle worn slide. See if that'll. Yeah, lighting's probably not the greatest for this. I have to work on that. But it's gray, battle worn, and just a really good lightened slide. I didn't do anything optic wise. I may do that later on. Before this video gets too long, I do want to talk about some optics. But this thing is amazing. I cannot wait to shoot it. And it is a VP40, but the thing I love about 40s is you can switch them over relatively easily to, if it'll, oh my goodness. You gonna capture that? You gonna capture that? No? There we go. 357 SIG. The caliber of the gods. Best part about 40 Smith & Wesson, you can change it to 357 SIG. So, that's coming up. I have not had a chance to shoot it. More information there. But as for the VP series, I got something I'm working on. I'm going to try, because the thing about the VP series is they have a crisp trigger. They really do. It's not amazing, but it's pretty damn crisp. It's actually it feels good. However, the reset is just atrocious. Let me see if I can capture that better. You know, it's audible, it's tactile, you can feel it, but it really is a very long reset. I have something coming up for that. Got to do some prototype work on that, but if all goes well, that could be something that comes about. So look forward to a reduced reset trigger with the Tactical Pontoon label on it. Should be fun. So either that or I'm going to ruin some trigger bars. We'll see. It's not the first time. It definitely won't be the last when it comes to this. Got other platforms I'm going to be working on, and that is something to just, we'll talk about it later. So, hey, talk about failures. You know this one. Yeah. The infamous Strike Industries shoe that was recalled. Now I'm going to hold on to mine. I do have kind of, I wouldn't call it a wall of shame, but just examples. I like having examples of what has happened and different things and issues that other triggers have versus what I personally like, and I call me a collector if you will. But I'm holding on to the Strike Industries, even though $70 in Strike, Strike credit is not bad. I do like Strike Industries. I do like what they put out. So it is unfortunate what happened with their triggers, and I would imagine they're going to come out with something a little bit different. On the fence whether it's actually going to be any better. So we'll see. I saw what they were doing, and honestly, it could be salvaged. It really could be salvaged in its present form if you did some work to it, as I said in my video about the Strike Industries shoe. So, now, let's go on to something else. Optics. I have some optics coming in. Well, I have another optic coming in, and I had a new one come in that it was on just a stupid sale at 40% off. I had to get one. And that would be the Swamp Fox Kingslayer. Now, this is a cool, and this one's set up for an AR with kind of a crappy basic riser because, I'm cheap when it comes to AR risers at this point and whatnot. So this guy here, this is a beefy optic. I mean, it looks like it was made for just running over with a tank. And when I compare it to, and And honestly, I do want to do a comparison video here soon because I have another optic on the way that we can talk about. When I compare it to the Vortex Viper that I have run, and you can see that little divot from running on my Glock, the safety plunger beating the crap out of the front of that thing. Oh, come on, you can really got to get the focus down on this thing. Anyways, Glock beat the crap out of it. But when you compare the Swamp Fox to the Vortex Viper, it is just no comparison. This Viper looks just like a weakling. I mean, this is a monster. It's just so much thicker material-wise. It really does look and feel like it's constructed better than the Vortex Viper, especially when it comes to the adjustment. I know that was probably one of my biggest gripes, was the adjustment location, for the locks on the Viper. There isn't a lock system on the Swamp Fox. It's just you turn, you do your thing, and you're good to go. With the Viper, you have these locks, which unfortunately with a Glock, you have to remove the rear sight or, put some holes in it in order for you to be able to use it. So that was really one of the reasons why I took it off my Glock. Other than that, I really didn't have any issues. And, but that being said, we're going to take a look at these two a little bit more in depth, the differences, and as well as another optic, an optic that I'm pretty excited about, and it's not a company that I would have expected to be excited about. If you follow my Instagram, you probably have an idea already. Sent them a trigger as kind of a trade, if you will, to they could look at what I had built versus I could look at what they had built. So anyways, if you're interested, if you want to know who it is, you should probably check out Instagram, which is going to be linked down below. Really not going to take up any more of your time tonight, but I will be back, and I should be back soon. And I will see you then here in the Trigger Cave on Tactical Pontoon. Catch you later.